All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Monday call with our King of Web3, Ryan Conley. And
Uh,
we're going to talk tonight about the XAB and things that are coming, things that are here, and kind of give everybody a little bit of a refresher about all the exciting reasons why we're here. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thanks for your time tonight, Ryan. I know you've got a lot of things to share, so I won't chat a bunch. I'll just turn it over to you.
yes, no problem. Well, thank you all for being here. And a lot has been happening over at XAB. First of all, we've been almost running for a year now. And as you're aware, a lot of companies have come and gone. And we wanted to create a platform that was going to be around for a long time. So it's been almost about 10 months now in operation over at XAB. And this 1 year is pretty much coinciding with hopefully the Clarity Act passing. And that's what we're really excited about. The Clarity Act should be like July 4th, maybe August. But this means at that time that we're predicting that XRP is going to go up quite a bit. Double, who knows? I don't want to be speculate too much, but we think it's definitely going to have a positive sign, especially with XRP being pretty low right now. And for what reasons, I don't know why XRP is so low at the moment, but it really makes this an opportunity that is even more attractive right now. And so, yes, what I'd like to do, Val, if you can make it so I could share screen as well. And for those of you that have been with us at XAB for the past many months, we're going to get into some updates here that's taking place with this. And what I'll do is I'll do a screen share here. Let me see here, more share screen. There you go, perfect. And share. How do I do this? Share screen, perfect. Okay, so all right. So a few things that we've added here recently is we have something called the accelerator. Let me know when you guys can see my screen here. I'm just gonna come right in here. Okay, you guys can see that okay, Val?
Yep,
Yeah.
you're good. Yep.
Okay. So I have three accounts. This is my largest account here over at XAB, and you can see at the top it's made me over 146,364 XRP. And today being Tuesday, this is the day that we're going to go ahead and activate our bots. So with the packages, you can see here that with the car going across, this means that we have what's called the accelerator on. And the reason why I go for the accelerator is because the accelerator, it 4 times the amount of XRP over the course of 14 months. And I also look at if someone doesn't have the accelerator on, they're only doing about 3 times the amount of XRP in, let's say, 18 months, if not longer. There's not like a set time that money comes back. So yes, it's still a good way to go without an accelerator. But I like having accelerator on because this is a project that we're in for that we're looking a year out, 2 years out from now, even 6 months out from now, or let's just say 14 months in this case. So you can see just with this bot right here, I've got 400 XRP, 57 XRP, 160, 122. And then, you got some bigger ones here, again, with these accelerators. But there's, for example, down here, I just, bought 2,000 XRP. The importance of having, and we'll activate this last bot down here today. The importance of having accelerator is the fact that not only when you have an accelerator on for 100 XRP or more, you're actually able to go ahead and get not just a commission from when people join you, but you're getting airdrops on every single person on your team that has the accelerator on right there. Okay, and these are small, little, tiny amounts, on your team if you have a team, but still you're maximizing the effect here. So when I bring people into XAB, I give them two choices, really, because I start off small with people is, here you come in for 10 XRP. If you do that, obviously you can't accelerate because you have to have at least 100 XRP to hit that accelerator mode. But I explain to them that the importance is what we do is we make it a goal is to get them at 2,500 XRP. The reason why, like eventually over time, and this is another feature that we've added to our front dashboard, where you'll see where it says restart your target right there, reset your target. Okay, this is a new feature. The reset your target, this is where someone just gets a visual of where they want to go with the opportunity. The reason that I put 500 XRP in there is because, 2,500 XRP is because this is when people become in the top 10% ownership of XRP worldwide. And that's sorry, my cat's all running around here. That's like a big deal. What if you had 10%, your top 10% holders of Bitcoin, right? Or the top 10% ownership of Ethereum. And I've been blessed to be in the right position, the right time with Bitcoin and also Ethereum. This is the third wave that I see here. That's why I believe so much in XRP. So where it says restart your target, I would encourage you all, if you haven't done so yet, set your target for 2,500. It doesn't cost anything to do this, but this gives you a visual. And you can see obviously that I've already passed a 2,500 target. I then made my goal to be in the top 1% ownership of XRP, which is about 48,000 XRP. I then went above that number, as you can see here, by about 3 times that amount right there. So I'm a firm believer in XRP. So, once you hit that first target, to be in the top 10% of ownership of XRP is only about $3,200 or maybe less with where the price is XRP is
Right.
at today, which is that's really not much for, I think, a good opportunity, a great opportunity, excuse me. So I don't, you have the earnings against target down here below and stuff. I don't really pay attention to this one, but I do look at, my earnings against target. Yes, my goal is now a 500,000 XRP. This is my next goal for this next year ahead, is having a 500,000 XRP, which when XRP is $10 or $20, that could be really nice right there. Um, so, okay, so another thing that we've now spoken about the accelerator. I want to make sure I answer any of you guys' questions that you may have about the accelerator. So I'll just if we could open it up, Val, for anyone that has questions about the accelerator there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if anybody has any questions, shoot. But in the meantime, if we want to understand what he's saying about that target goal and being in the top percent, Ryan, that's just a personal goal, right? It's not, we don't have to hit
Yeah.
it. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to buy anything. It's just a goal of where you want your bot and your earnings to take you and show your journey, your journey on the way there.
Yeah,
With
let's
your
say
earnings.
let's say 500,000. 500,000 is too much. I want to go ahead and change this down to, 250,000 XRP, right? I can go ahead and just revise this right here, 25, so just, you can change this at any time. Again, no cost to do this. Let's say you change it for a 250,000 XRP. Save now. We have that number adjusted right there, as you can see.
So
You see
Morgan was
that?
asking in the chat.
That?
Yep, I can see it.
Huh?
Yeah, I see it.
All right.
So Morgan asked in the chat,
Okay.
do you have to have a certain number of XRP to do the accelerator? Yes, you have to have 100. Um, and not all of
Mhm.
us in our current, like I have multiple bots going up and since the beginning of September of last year. So buying another package. Those I don't have the availability. Like for a while there, we all had the car on there and we could choose for that option for the accelerator. But to get the accelerator now, it has to be at least 100 in a new package.
Yeah, so that's why I really try to get people involved in this is at 115 because, $115, which is 101 XRP when they get involved in XAP, because this makes it to where they don't have to press that button every single week. And I want to see my people have a really good experience with this. As you mentioned, Val, if and what I understand is if let's say one of you bought a 100 plus XRP package, 4 or 5 months ago or whatever it is, there is a time frame that gets to where it's made so much XRP without the accelerator that you can no longer hit the accelerator. Okay, so you'll have to actually purchase another bot with the accelerator, option there. Does
But
that make
there's no
sense?
limit. Like he just showed his back office there. There's no limit. You could have 1,000 bots as long as you have 11, the 10 plus the one. Anytime you start an XRP ledger, it doesn't matter what wallet, you have to pay one XRP for it. So it's unlimited. Every time you earn 11, in your airdrops. If you want to start a new package, you can. But like he's saying with the accelerator, that gives you the opportunity to not have to go in every Monday, Tuesday window that we have and restart it. It goes long term, and then you get that 4x return on it as well. And if you're building, that helps your upline, it helps your team below you when they're doing the same thing.
Yeah, and also in terms of setting goals, it would be, even before you get to the 2,500, that's the goal that I have people strive for, is hitting up to 500 XRP, which is, it's like I have some guys that come in here with 100 XRP, and every single week they're buying, for the first 5 weeks, they understand the importance of getting to 500 XRP here of bots. So they're buying a 100 XRP package every single week. So the reason why this is important. So again, we talked about the first step, people coming in, with like 10, 11 11 XRP. We talked about the benefit of coming in with 100 XRP. Now the next goal that I walk people up to is people having 500 XRP of bots in their back office. The reason for this is because when someone has 500 XRP here, I'm just going to go ahead and go down to claim team bonus. And my bonus is not that big right now, just because I just claimed it here very recently. But when someone has 500 XRP, they are able to start qualifying for the team bonus. So this is beyond just the unilevel commissions. Okay, this is where you start like receiving. Right now, it's 8% of my volume of 3 weakest legs. So if someone has 500 XRP and they have 3 people underneath them with at least 333 XRP, which means those three times 333 is 1,000, right? So once you have 1,000 XRP in sales underneath you, this is when you can start achieving the team bonus right here. There we go. And we have Val Sunshine right there at the bottom right now. No, she's not at the bottom. She's actually like my top 8, but this is a volume thing here. Okay. So, does anyone have any questions about the team bonus at all, or Val, is there any question? I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat, so I can't
No,
see
I
if.
don't see anything in the chat. But I know when I've claimed
Okay.
my team bonus, it was pretty exciting because it's like you said, there's so many different ways to earn other than just the airdrops. And it doesn't necessarily have to be building a big organization, but it's learning how to do these specific strategies. Every time I talk to him, there's like another cool little thing. And I'm like, we all need to know about this. There's multiple ways to earn here.
Yes, and when you do claim that bonus, it resets. That's one thing I love about this, because I've gone as far down as climbing black diamond one time, and then I've also achieved the rank of diamond 2 other times here. So when you get these bonuses, it's a 90-day period here, so you can see it calculates that to help determine what your bonus is. Another thing that we can, and just so you can also see, there's if you come down to, I'm going to go to the home screen real quick. Down at the very bottom here where it says your 90-day team volume down there, which you can see in this case was 737 plus $1,000. When you click on that 90-day team volume, this is where you can see the amount of XRP coming in every single day in sales. This day was just crazy. It was 128,000 XRP in sales
Woo!
right there in one day.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is where this is where you can see this, and you want to wait for that 90 days. So because you want to make sure that you claim the right amount. Because what happens is these points will flush after 90 days, and so if you guys are interested in learning more about rank advancing this, just call Valorize so we can help you analyze this, because there has been when those points flush, it means that your bonus can actually go down too, by the way. Okay. I want to come down here as well. And we have a staking. Here's another new feature is we have a staking platform beyond the bots. So you can see here in the here we have, when you click on staking down here. So with staking, there's 3 different options here. What is it, 3 or 4? Okay. So when you click on add staking, you can go ahead and click on, there you go, you got 4 options. This is where if you have leftover XRP in your back office and you want to get a little bit of interest to it, maybe you don't want to go ahead and buy a bot. Maybe you don't want to lock your bot up for, 14 months or, whatever. In this case, we have a 30-day stake at 5% APY, a 90 stake at 20%, 180, and a 360. And what's nice about this is you can go ahead and break your stake whenever you want. Okay, so you can go ahead and make that interest and pull your money out. The longer you go in, the more percentages it'll produce you. So what I've decided to do here is I'm staking 100 XRP every single day, an extra 100%, 100 XRP. Okay. The reason why you want to stake, you don't have to do this at all, but the reason why you would want to stake at least 100 XRP just one time is because then it's going to unlock a compensation plan of 20 levels deep on everyone underneath you that is also staking XRP. Okay. You can stake as low as 10 XRP. For example, you click on add staking here and you go down to amount. I think it's 10 XRP is the minimum here. But what my personal goal is I'm adding another stake every single day. I just kind of add stake. I go ahead and I do, I'll buy one right now. And I do 30 days for 5% every single day. This is what I'm doing now. But every 2 weeks, I'll do one stake for 200 XRP for the course of 90 days, for 90 days, because the percentage is higher right here. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and do a 100 stake right here. Boom.
Ryan, is
And
that
now
coming
you
out
can
of your
see, and the
fund
reason,
wallet for the
yeah,
stake
so I
that's
mean,
coming out of
here
your
I've got, yeah, you can see I had like 100, about 16,000 XRP.
yeah.
Now that just went down to about 15,897 XRP right there.
Okay.
Okay. So this is just what I'm doing because I like to have XRP in my back office, not only to help you all fund your accounts for you and your prospects as well, where I then, maybe I'll sell it one way or another, if it's PayPal or whatever, just, get a little US dollars once in a while. But this allows me to go ahead and be able to stake it as also. And so that's what I'm doing is every 30 days, every single day, one of my stakes ends. So I get a little bit more extra interest on those. I don't know. It just kind of gamifies a little bit more, whatever your goals are, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
when you keep doing it like that, it starts to, this one ends and this one picks up, and it's like you're compounding your own earnings, and your money's making monies on your money's making money. Like it's instead of it just sitting like so many of us
yeah, it's
for
called a
so many years
waterfall.
until this, our money just sat in our wallet in XRP and we watched it maybe go up a little down, up, like with the hope, but and understanding we are collecting XRP for the long term. And then this comes about and it's like, well, my money's sitting in my wallet, not making XRP babies, or I'm putting it over here. And now every day my XRP is making, and then staking it and, accelerating it. So it's compounding. And I love that. What's it saying?
Right, exactly. Uh, and so, whatever people's goals are, again, if someone can go ahead and do 100 stake, just because when I show my back office, I want to show people all the different income streams that are available to us here, right? The staking, and now here's another income stream: is we just launched a cryptocurrency debit card platform as well within the system. Okay, and this is a really cool. Again, 20 levels deep of compensation, but we have an unlimited daily spin card for $200 a year. So the fees are very minimal with these debit cards. These are the bronze card and the gold card are a physical card, so you can go to the ATM, withdraw the money, and then the digital card is also. That's a yearly fee, $100. Again, with this 20 levels deep of compensation, 8% on the front lines. But what's nice about this is a multi-chain wallet,
Yeah.
meaning that you can have all kinds of different cryptocurrencies on there. So now, for example, when I would have to load up my cryptocurrency debit card before this, I would have to convert into USDT TRC20, where the fees are higher. So I have to spend the swapping fee to convert XRP to USDT. Then I'd have a gas fee also of Tron to go ahead and get this just to my debit card. And then I was paying a 2.5% top up fee on top of that for my debit card. So this is just really simple to be able to add any kind of cryptocurrency, the main top cryptocurrencies, onto a debit card that you can use anywhere online or also at ATMs. Okay. And these ship worldwide. Um, Let me see what else I like about that. So yeah, just yearly fees are commissionable, but I think this is a really good way to grow your business because a lot of cryptocurrency companies out there, they don't have a debit card, for example. Maybe you're part of a trading company. All they have is a USDT means. They don't have a multi-chain wallet, but this is a way that you can go ahead and grow your business. And the thing about it is a person has to have a minimum of 11 XRP, from what I understand, as a bot to be able to order the card in our system.
Okay.
Okay. So, when someone comes in from another company, they want this card, they just simply pay $13, whatever XRP is at right now for 11 XRP.
And how do we order
Okay.
that? It's right in our back
Uh,
office right here.
yeah, if you just go down to the more button down below in the bottom right hand corner, you can then go ahead and see right there it says XAB
Club
club
card.
card right there in the middle.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, club card. So And one thing I really want to impress upon is the simplicity of this opportunity. I'm sure probably a lot of you guys, all our ladies, are actually part of different companies, and so am I. There's the time and place to talk to everyone, other people about different projects, whether it's Wi-Fi or something else that you may be part of. But when you look at and this is one reason why I don't really partake in any other trading platforms anymore, is because I want something that is safe. I want something that is for the long haul. And we're earning XRP. All these other companies, if you're part of a trading platform, even if it makes you, 125% a year return, like let's just call it 10% a month, they're typically paying you out in USDT. So with this, if we just look like a little shorter amount of time there at 14 months for making 4 times the amount of XRP, and we're getting paid in XRP, which let's say if it triples this year and goes up to $3.40, for example, that's a 7 times return on your money in about 14 months, plain and simple, right there. You see? Uh, and I don't feel confident with any other company promising or making a claim where it can compete on that level. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, that's the really big thing, but also just the ease of use, getting people on board. Like some of these platforms are very, very complicated. XRP sells itself, so it makes it really easy to market. Obviously, my team is gone. All I did was I shared this with 30 people who've signed up. This has turned into over 3,037 people that are active, and you can see that the XRP. More XRP just came in on this call, and there are 5.898 commissions. I moved this over to my fund wallet right there. Okay. So that's one thing you may want to take a look at, everyone, is whenever you have like your airdrops and there's more than $5 right here in the airdrops, I recommend that you transfer this over to the fund wallet because it's always the same percentage. It's only 2% to move it to the fund wallet. And then what you do is I've already claimed my commissions a few times today already here, like this, like the third time. So, now I just moved my commissions over to my fund wallet as well, as you can see here. So, um, and then I would encourage you, instead of moving your XRP out of the system to let's say, if you out of the system to someplace else where you sell your XRP, on a Kraken exchange or something like this, I would recommend selling this to a friend. So, that way you're getting around that withdrawal fee right there. Um, because it's 8% to withdraw. This is why I'd rather have my money in my back office staking or selling that XRP to my team members.
Yeah, it's such a
Uh,
simple onboarding process here too. And if people can understand what XRP is and know that they can make XRP, it's just not complicated. I love that about this platform so much that it's just not
mhm.
complicated.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I have like someone that's just starting a new Bitcoin mine over in Dubai, and I'm like, I don't care about mining Bitcoin anymore. You always have to upgrade the technology. This is software over here, and we all know that AI is becoming more intelligent. So this is kind of like this is uh, I like that fact that we don't have to pay for upgrading. I'm not sure if you guys have been involved in mining Bitcoin before, but you always have to upgrade your equipment, and it's like you're barely breaking even. It's just like that's difficult right there. And I just feel that XRP has a much greater chance of hitting 3x plus this year than Bitcoin. So
Come on,
keep it simple.
come on,
Yeah,
come on, Clarity
you
Act.
know. Yeah, I don't want to hype it up too much, but I'm just stating the facts. The Clarity Act is passing. XRP obviously has a lot of potential, and this is something that's easy for everyone. I love that about this project.
And guys, just so you know,
I'm
like
gonna
this call with Ryan, like tonight, we can hop on these. He's always open to hop on a call. If you have somebody that has a lot of questions or you have some more questions, you can always get in the Telegram. There's the WhatsApp. We have our Facebook Messenger. But also we have like 2 calls a day from the XAB community for live calls that they're constantly going over these types of updates and upgrades and things like that. We just had what was it in Thailand a week? Oh, it's been a week ago, about a week ago.
Yeah, about 10 days ago or whatever it's been
Yep.
now. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So it's not something that is just going sideways. I just, for those of us that have been in this space for a long time, sometimes you just get in a comfortable space and you know that it's just going like, well, where's it going to go? We'll just ride it out. There's so many new things that are being added and implemented into this community and this organization. So I like seeing that. When I first got in, I had questions, we all do, but it's continuing to be
Oh.
I don't know. I like it. Like it continues to impress me, and it keeps upgrading itself. So I sat quietly for a hot minute, just watching the market and XRP going down and all things, people being in a panic mode and the FUD. But XRP is not going anywhere. I started buying XRP in 2020 when it was 20 cents. I started buying it 2 weeks before the SEC put the lawsuit out on it. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, what am I? My friend said, just do it, do it. And I message him all the time. Thank you for telling me to keep moving forward with it because I didn't really know. He knew. And now I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks, man. And then Ryan's like, you
Hey,
have
one last
XRP? I'm like, I do. He's like, you got to look at this. And I'm grateful for that because my XRP was just sitting in my wallet. Sorry,
Right. Wait,
Ryan.
one last, no problem. One last thing I forgot to mention on this call is we've now also started using AI for arbitraging gold. We've decided as this is pretty interesting. It's a really interesting concept of the company where they've set this up kind of like as a longer term, like let's say call this like 2 or 3 years out. The incomes get pretty big after 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And the compensation plan is different. I'm going to keep this call simple and not dive into that, but I'm just advising you all as leaders, hold off on the gold for now. Like we've decided as leaders as well to really focus on the XRP for the next few months, and until the Clarity Act, and then readjust our game plan. The AI for arbitraging gold. Excuse me, my cat is 100 XRP. Excuse me, $100 to start arbitraging gold. But we're just gonna stay tuned for that right there. You know, so we
If
just keep
anybody wants
going.
to do the accelerator, it's really easy to do. I'll hop on with Ryan and we'll just do like a little quick walkthrough video and I'll share it with you guys in the chat just on a how to, or you can reach out and we'll walk you through it. But I highly advise it. When he told me about the return on it for me as well as, my organization, I thought I was misunderstood. I thought it was something different. And I like the fact that I don't have to go in every Monday and restart my bot. So
Exactly. So yeah, today being Tuesday, definitely take a look at like if you have commissions, if your airdrops need to be transferred over, if you'd like to go ahead and upgrade that, maybe you have a little bit of XRP in your back office. Let's say that it's too late for you to activate an accelerator, for example, but you have combined commissions and airdrops maybe at 30 XRP and you want to get up to 100 XRP to do as we've spoken on this call. I can help send some XRP over to you if that's the case. We can discuss this. Help you step up to that point right there, the 100 XRP, and then getting you up to the 500 XRP. And that's really what this is just duplicating that simple process of people getting to 500 XRP. So, uh, yeah, we're growing
Anybody have any
quickly.
questions? Nothing?
I
Everybody's
know Candy does. I see Candy Schindel in here. I haven't spoken to Candy for a while. Here, let's see.
Hey Ryan.
Yeah. Hey, Candy. Good day. Good evening.
I don't have any questions. I'm such a newbie. I wouldn't even want to ask a dumb question.
No problem. I think obviously a lot has happened within this, and we've seen companies come and go. And trust is very important when it comes to blockchain, obviously. And uh, sometimes technologies let us down, but it's about finding something that's going to be around for years to come. So that's why I feel that this is going to be the software in XRP.
I think July 4th or thereabouts will be really interesting to see the Clarity Act get signed.
Yes, most definitely. And one thing about the Clarity Act, a lot of people are asking how come our XRP earnings have gone down recently. This is because the coin, like, it has been going down, and this makes it more difficult for us to buy low and sell high, right? You can imagine like the XRP is going down, you're trying to buy low and sell high, and not a lot of high has been taking place. So this we are going to see this. Obviously, you're going to see bigger returns coming as we more profit coming as we get to the Clarity Act and beyond. So heads up, that's been good. Is there anyone else that has any questions at all? Lisa, uh, Jean, Heidi?
Dallas, you have any questions? You want to hop on a call tomorrow? You want to get on a call after this call?
Hello, hello. Can you hear me
Hey.
now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to get my mic to work. Oh yeah, I kind of hopped in a little late onto this call, but yeah, I definitely it's something I definitely want to get involved in because when you kind of got me involved in XRP and buying it, when it was around like the 50 cent mark, so like it's just kind of been sitting in my wallet, not really doing anything, and I'm kind of kind of over the just kind
Oh my God.